It's June, and that means another update on what the city's commissions and boards are working on. Each commission has a work plan approved by the City Council and works with city staff to accomplish its goals. First up, the Human Rights Commission, a group that aids and advises the City Council in ensuring all residents have equal opportunity. The HRC is hosting a welcome meal picnic at an upcoming painting party for the Wrights Lake Park mural. This is video of recent painting parties at Valley View Middle School and at the Normandale Lake Bandshell. These painting parties are a chance for community members to participate in the creation of a mural that will go up across from Wrights Lake Park. The welcome meal picnic is on June 25th from 1 to 3 in the afternoon at the park. Come ready to have a hot dog or hamburger and meet your neighbors. There will also be a children's immigrant art exhibit and other activities to enjoy. Last month, the Human Rights Commission partnered with the school district to host Diversity Day. It was planned by student leaders from Jefferson and Kennedy high schools. An estimated 300 students took part in the peace run that started at Jefferson and ended at Civic Plaza.
I think it's important to celebrate diversity because you can find similarities in people who are very different from you.
It's important to celebrate diversity because it's important to know where you came from and how you became who you are.
It makes the community stronger because everybody can stick together, everybody has each other's back.
Finally, if you're interested in being a part of the Human Rights Commission, there are openings for young adult leadership positions. Terms are 1 year and begin September 1st. Applicants must be between 16 and 23 years old and be residents of Bloomington. The commission meets the third Monday of each month from 5:30 to 7 at night at Civic Plaza. Applicants must be able to attend 75% of meetings. To apply, head to bloomingtonmn.gov. The Human Rights Commission's June meeting is on the 18th from 5:30 to 7 in the McLeod Conference Room. It is open to the public. Now to the Sustainability Commission, a group that focuses on sustainable use and management of environmental resources. Last month, the Commission and Bloomington-based Quality Bicycle Products hosted the first Best Practices Energy Tour. A few dozen people learned about QBP's conversion to LED lighting, both inside and outside their building, as well as the installation of rooftop solar panels. The tour was part of the Bloomington Energy Action Plan and was coordinated by the Commission. These tours are meant to help Bloomington businesses learn from each other and celebrate energy successes. The city also recently achieved Level 3 in the Green Step Cities program. It recognizes cities of all sizes in Minnesota for their efforts to improve their communities through better sustainable living. A Level 3 designation proves the city met or exceeded minimum standards in at least 16 best practices. Some of those efforts include partnering with community groups to promote efficient water use, using recycled content in asphalt and roadbed projects, and uniting volunteers to aid in park maintenance and revitalization. Bloomington is the third city in the program to achieve this designation within a year of joining the program. Next, we hear what the Creative Placemaking Commission is up to, a group that advises the council in the use of arts and design to create quality of place in Bloomington. 4 painting parties remain for the Wrights Lake Park mural. As we presented earlier in the show, these events welcome community members to pick up a paintbrush and participate in creating a community mural that will be adhered to a wall across from Wrights Lake Park. For details on when and where the remaining painting parties are taking place, head to blm.mn/placemaking. Commissioners are also working on several projects, including funding up to 4 new projects or events to take place in South Loop, adding 3 additional art boxes, and installing a gateway sculpture that would be an entrance point into South Loop. The Commission is also hiring Metris Arts as a consultant to provide an evaluation plan for creative placemaking efforts. The Creative Placemaking Commission is also discussing a new neighborhood focus area and a project to be installed there. The boundaries are American Boulevard to 91st and Portland to Pleasant Avenue. Engagement efforts will begin this year with implementation of a project taking place in 2019. Finally, the first artist plaque is being finalized for Convergence, the sculpture near Bloomington Central Station. That will be installed this summer. Now to the Housing and Redevelopment Authority Commission, a group that governs the activities of the HRA. At the May 8th meeting, commissioners approved the sale of 4 parcels of land owned by the HRA to MWF Properties. The company wants to develop a 3-story affordable workforce housing project. The property is located on West 108th Street, west of France Avenue. The project is expected to have 42 units of rental housing. At the May 22nd meeting, the commission approved a housing improvement area that will fund rehabilitation at Sutton Place 2 condominiums. A housing improvement area designation gives homeowner associations a funding mechanism for common area improvements. The city will issue about $1 million in bonds with a 15-year term to fund these improvements. Upcoming meetings will take place on June 12th at 5:30 in the Dakota Conference Room and on June 26th at 5:30 in the council chambers. Next, we see what the Planning Commission is working on, a group that advises the council on development proposals and standards, long-range planning, and transportation issues. The Planning Commission has 2 meetings in June. On the 14th, there are a total of 7 items on the agenda, including rezoning and major revision to preliminary and final development plans to construct a new 4-story, 50-unit affordable housing building located at 10041 Penn Avenue. Commissioners will also take action on a major revision to preliminary and final development plans for a 7-story, 126-room hotel at 2400 East 82nd Street. At the June 28th meeting, 1 item is on the agenda: rezoning and preliminary and final development plans for a 4-story mixed-use building that would include 186 units for independent and assisted senior living, as well as a daycare facility. For complete agendas and staff reports on each item, head to the city's website and documents page. Information is posted 1 week prior to the meeting date. Now to Parks, Arts, and Recreation, a commission focused on development, improvement, and maintenance of city parks, as well as recreation and cultural arts programs. At the May meeting, commissioners heard a presentation from city planning staff regarding the Minnesota River Valley Natural and Cultural Systems Plan. The plan identifies high-priority areas for resource enhancement and gives a detailed analysis of resources in the River Valley in order to assess management strategies. Commissioners also continued their tours of recent park improvement projects. In May, recent playground installations were highlighted, including ones at Wrights Lake, Valley View, and Running Parks. Finally, we turn to the Advisory Board of Health, a group that researches and evaluates issues of health and environment that affect the city. At the board's May meeting, members heard an update on the new community center that will replace the current Creekside building. A memorandum of understanding with the YMCA was approved. A stakeholder working group has been established. Ongoing analysis of potential sites is taking place. Brainstorming of potential programming is happening, and resident surveys are being conducted. Next steps include selecting an architect in June, with the design process taking place until the spring of 2019. The anticipated groundbreaking would happen in the spring of 2020. The board also received information about the Women, Infants, and Children program offered through the Public Health Division. WIC is a nutrition and breastfeeding program that helps eligible pregnant women, new mothers, babies, and young children eat well, learn about nutrition, and stay healthy. Appointments include nutrition screening and education, breastfeeding support, and referrals for other services. Bloomington's WIC program currently assists 4,500 clients per month. That's your commission update for the month of June. For a complete look at the agendas for each commission, head to blm.mn/boards. You can also sign up for eSubscribe to receive information on topics you choose are important to you. Just head to blm.mn/eSubscribe. I'm Lori Schulte. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next month.